Hello, hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Alice and Chill Let's Play. For those of you who don't know me, I am Tassel, the community manager here at My Neighbor Alice, and today I am co-hosting with the lovely Sharina, the creative producer. Hello.
Hello, hi, GM, GA, welcome.
I know, depending on where you are in the world, exactly. We got a lot of content to cover today. We're going to talk about, obviously, some of the biggest news that we just released the full game, and we're super excited about that. We have obviously huge partnerships like with Pudgy Penguins and what that means for us as a game, and the exclusive the content and different things that you get from that. Talk about some of the new features like the glider, just a lot of different stuff. But yeah, I'm just real excited to be here and to go over it all with you guys. Um,
Yeah, so stoked.
yeah,
I'm so stoked. I'm
so I
so
guess
glad that you're gonna take me through everything because I am like, I mean, I've been playing the game since we released it on Tuesday, and it's been so lovely to see everything in the game and to see everybody in game. Like, because we had been working on this for so long, we like couldn't say certain things. Like, oh, we couldn't say we were releasing Tinsel Falls and Snowflake Wilds, and like we couldn't say that Pudgy Penguins is partnered with us. And now it's like we're all kind of talking about it. Like, oh, this is so weird that we're able to say like we have this huge partnership, we have this new region, like we have this new like new everything. So I'm
yeah,
so
new
excited for
features.
you to
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I'm
No,
so
yeah, I know.
excited.
It's been really difficult for me too. I'm just waiting to get things out to be able to explain to everyone because everyone wants to know what's happening and what's about to come. And there's a certain amount of liberty you can take and you can tell people, but there's some that you want people to be excited about. So yeah, it's a real exciting stuff. Speaking of which,
Yes.
we do have a lot of new features. We have the Moxie and the XP system, and I figured I'll go into that a little bit later and tell people how that works and some kind of get rid of some misconceptions about it as well. I'll go over land sharing and the benefits of that and maybe some potential trade-offs. I will go over landscaping features because they've added textures and how that's just going to open so much creative, design choices that you can do. A lot of really really cool stuff. But maybe we should just hop in the game and start there. It'll just be me this time, but I'd love to jump up the tower and show people the new glider. If that's what do you think?
Yeah, let's do it. That is like, it's one of the most exciting things. I'm not gonna lie. So, my experience with this jumping tower. So, I think I have said it before. I am like, I love Alice, actually. Like, I've been loving playing this game because it is like exactly the type of game that I love to play. It's cozy, it's chill. The music is like really lovely, and it's the exact kind of music that I usually listen to when I'm working anyway. Um, so right when you get into Lumisod, we have a couple of new things. We have this beautiful piano that we've put in where Pam Beasley is there for you to speak to. She's
There
our
she is.
music gal. Yeah, there she is. This piano is so wonderful. I really love this. We came up with this idea as part of a game jam that we did, and I love it because it reminds me of like there's this place back home where I'm from in Vancouver called Science World, and when you go to Science World, there's this huge piano that's on the floor, and like everybody that's in the room can go and like stomp on it together, and I feel like this is really cool because like music already brings people together, and this big piano, you can play it with your neighbors. Like I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's really really cool too. I love the art choices that have been made here and how everything kind of lights up and glows when you saw it. Unfortunately, my sound is being a little bit wonky in game. I'm sorry about that, but I swear it does make you can play it. It's not just pretty.
Yes, it makes beautiful audio done by our wonderful audio team. And also, if you look across the way, there is actually a little stage with a drum set. And secret, I'll do like a quick secret giveaway. The drum set is a trampoline, so you
Oh,
can jump
no
on
way!
it.
How do I
So
not
much
know this?
fun. I know,
Oh my!
right? I'm like, every time I go
Wow!
in, I always look at how high you can jump.
I
You
know.
can literally see everything in Lewiston. It's so fun. Look at that. Another new feature.
I figured I'd get over here the quick way.
Beautiful, beautiful way. Okay,
Yeah,
where are we now? My nemesis is
this is
jumping tower.
the jump tower. I don't know how good I am at this, but I feel like I should be all right. Ah,
Yeah, it's you know
nope.
what? Like even I've seen the most experienced people come in and like fall off the tower. So it like but then there was a time where I went up the entire way and I didn't fall off and I made it all the way to the top. So I gotta say the first time that I tried this jumping tower, I was sweating. I was
I
sweating
tell you,
until I got to the
I think
top.
I just have performance anxiety here.
No, you go. I like while you're doing this jumping tower, I just wanted to mention. So one of the biggest things that has come with this release is our web GPU. So you can go
Oh
visit
yeah.
myneighboralice.com and you don't have to go through a bunch of steps. You can literally just click play on our website and you will get in the game. You don't have to create an account or anything. So you can actually enter in guest mode, and once you enter in guest mode, you end up here in Lumistad. And so a couple of things that you can do to check out the space is play on the piano, which we just did, and also come over here where you will meet Alice if you're in guest mode, and she'll tell you that you can try out the jumping tower and go all the way to the top. And you meet her at the top, and then Tassel is just about there. He has already met her, but she basically gives you the down low on this awesome new tool that we've implemented, the glider, which you saw Tassel use before. So look at the scenery up here. It's
Isn't it
beautiful.
beautiful? I love it. There's just so much to it too. Like it's I don't know. I just think it's just such a cool feature being able to do. So yes, here we go. I'll go ahead and jump off here. And there's a little sign here for anyone who is wondering how to do it. It says run,
Instructions.
jump, hold space. Okay, let's do that.
Easy, easy peasy. Ooh, so beautiful.
If you
Look
let
at
go,
that.
you can
I
actually
love
stop and then start again too. I can't wait to create some challenges with this because it is a lot of fun. And look at this,
yes.
I'm back to the piano,
And
just like that.
back to the exactly. It's like you never left. And
Uh,
also expect like we have this really cool glider in game, so expect some new really cool variations of that to come in the future as well. The skins are going to be really, really beautiful for that
Yeah, I
glider.
was actually going to go over a little bit of that later, but I mean, I can actually jump into it a little bit now. If you go into the menu here, there's been some extra features that have been added, and one of them is the on this top tab here. You can go to collectibles, and you can see that there's also different emotes, companions, profile. I'll go into this a little bit more when I talk about Moxie, different skins. I imagine that it'll be somewhere in here or one of it should be really, really
Probably.
cool. Probably in a skin where we have different type of glider. I'm just guessing here, but
Let's see. Let's go back to that for a second. Can we
sure.
see those emotes? I want to see the emotes because I know we put some, I think we put a few new ones or we already have these ones in, but
Yeah,
they're so
so there
colorful.
before we
I
didn't
love
have the
them.
ability to equip or unequip emotes, but since we started making so many of them, and because everyone loves the emotes, now we have the ability to equip and unequip them. So let's say I really want this one to wave the wave. If I hit equip now, I can choose what slot I want it on. So I can be
Oh,
like,
that's beautiful.
I don't want this one right now. I'll also go that one instead. And I think if you click on it, it actually shows it. Yeah, so you can preview it as well, and that's new as well. Oh, I'm
That's
shy.
new.
I
Yeah. That's so cute. I love
know,
them.
right?
Yes, there emoting is like one of my favorite things about Alice, because we really put it in there. I've said it so many times before, but because we want everyone to feel comfortable self-expressing themselves. So lots more to come in the future. So this is just a really great way for us to allow you guys to see which ones are available and which ones you want to equip on your emote tool.
Honestly, I think that it's really not, there's different people that are comfortable in expressing themselves. Maybe someone doesn't actually want to talk in chat, or or maybe they don't feel comfortable, or different language barrier. There's so many different reasons, and this, it's kind of like a universal expression. Everyone knows
Hmm.
what that feeling is from that. So I know I love it as well.
Yeah, so
All right,
cool.
I guess we should move on to one of the new lands. So as you mentioned earlier, Tinsel Falls is a new region that we have, and it's beautiful. It has a lot to offer. So let's go head over there.
Yeah, let's do it. So we opened this new island for this release called Snowflake Wilds,
Right
and
here.
Tinsel Falls is the first region in this island that we are opening. Yes, exactly. It is chill. Very chill. We were chilly when we were working on it. So yeah, it's so beautiful. So there are lots of plots here. We're gonna go take a look right now. The whole vibe is just like beautiful. I'm a winter girl myself because my birthday is in December. So Christmas and winter and snow is my favorite. So I was like super stoked when I found out we were gonna be opening this island.
You'd be super disappointed in Australia. It's always hot.
I know. I know. I mean, here I'm in Spain right now and it's boiling. So I'm like, I'm going to go back to Vancouver for the winter, I think. I kind of want a little bit of cold in my system.
Oh, look at this. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go actually, because it's so pretty, I'm going to go push F6, which allows us to go into our camera mode. Oh, this is a new interface, by the way. It's really, really neat. Before it looked more like back end, like it was for the programmers only, but now it's more accessible to everyone and with more options and features. I really like it. So, oops,
Nice.
I'm too close to this guy. Let me move out of the way. He thinks I want to talk to him.
So where are we right now? We're in Tinsel Falls Town
Tinsel
Hub.
Falls, exactly. Tinsel Falls Town Hub. So that's kind of what I wanted to do is to kind of go up and let people see an overview because it's absolutely beautiful. Getting you to see from this vantage point
Woohoo!
is just really, really pretty. It's always
Yeah, look
snowy
at
here.
that.
Isn't it just,
Beautiful.
just gorgeous? Yeah.
I love it. It's so different because, well, I mean, I guess you could say that about all of our islands are so uniquely different. Like they're all unique and they're different from each other. And like
Mhm.
this one, it's really pushing the bounds now because we have a completely different season here. So I love this. I love the ambience that snow provides, and we have all these new snowy equipables in as well. And you'll see the NPCs wearing them, which are really awesome too.
Aren't they cute? I love them. Yeah. And
They're
the funny
super
thing is
cute.
too is like you're saying how they're all so different. What you can do with that is just amazing too. Like this game is really just all about expressing your creativity, and I could create this. Like if I spend enough time, sat down, and like most most of these items are that in the game that I could put down and duplicate this if I wanted to. So this is someone's creativity. Happens to be a
Hmm.
programmer, but
Yeah, totally.
oh,
Exactly. Yeah. So what we really, I mean, when we create these town hubs, like we really love to try to push the bounds too. But yeah, also to give you guys ideas of what you can do. Oh, look at where you are.
exactly. So one of the things that obviously that we announced was the Pudgy Penguins partnership, which means that if you have a little pudgy, a pudgy penguin, or a pudgy rod, you do have access to exclusive content. Now that you can trade it and stuff, like that's completely open if you choose to do that. You want to trade some of your items that only you have access to, but just figured we'd show you some of the areas. And along with the Pudgy Penguins partnership came companions, which is very exciting. So this character here will actually hatch your Pudgy if you have one. So you go over here, you talk to her, she talk to you, hello traveler, and you click on the companions right here. And I don't have one right this moment. I am thinking about getting one though, and you'll be able to start a quest here for hatching an egg. And after you go through the process of doing that, you will hatch it, and you will have your own Pudgy to walk around with you in the game. It's just absolutely awesome.
Yes, definitely. I think that we will definitely be seeing over the course of the next few weeks a lot more people from the Pudgy community with their Pudgies and little Pudgies following them around as companions. So that was one of the really big things that came with this release as well was our companion integration for Pudgy Penguins. So we really wanted, like, we've been dabbling in the idea of companions for a while now, and so when the partnership with Pudgy came up, it kind of seemed like the perfect timing to get that in game for them to use it out and for you guys to see the little Pudgies in the game. So yeah, like Tassel already touched on. In order to get your Pudgy, you go visit that NPC and then you get an egg, and then there are certain things that you have to do to hatch that egg. Um, so yeah, it's going to be so lovely seeing everybody with their little eggs and their little pudgies following them around. It's adorable.
So so cute, yeah. It's interesting too. You look at all these the different things here, and it's just I don't know. I absolutely love the environment. I think that it's just so cool seeing This
Yeah.
whoever created this obviously is really good too. This is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Whit from our art team. He does a lot of this, the landscaping in these town hubs, and he did this Pudgy Land. So, yeah, he's got quite the artistic vision, of course, with help from a lot of other people, but he's usually the main one when it comes to these things. But you know, the cool thing is when we were creating Pudgy Land, which is what I love, and we also did this with our other partner, L, because we have an L plot as well that is really tailored towards their brand. Like, we really got to dive really deep into the Pudgy brand and like really understand like what their vision is and the messaging they push, and also like the attitude that these sassy little penguins have, and really like add that into Pudgy Land. So that's always like, it's so fun because like we have our identity with Alice, of course, and so we know more or less like when we're creating different town hubs or opening regions and islands, like we have all that lore, thanks to our narrative team. We're putting all of those characteristics into the game. But when we have like a brand like this that comes in, it really like enhances everything because we have a completely new like set of characteristics and like personality to really bring to this region that is ours. But it does such a good job at enhancing it. And I think that as you walk around and you look at the little details, you can really see like the sass that we've added into the plot a little bit with these pudgies hanging around and like their little fishing spots and that sunken ship, which is like super cute with a huge pudgy pirate on the front. Like, I love that about this. That's like one of my favorite things about these brand integrations that we are going to continue to have is I think that as you see more like wearables and placeables in game, it just enhances everything that we've already created for Alice, and we are creating the space to invite other people in. So I really love that about this plot.
Me too. I think it's really great. I love how many penguins, how many pudgies there are. They're everywhere. You can tell that this is
Yeah,
that we're that the they're we're invading their space. You know what I mean? They own this space here, and we're just hanging out with them.
exactly. We can take a look at some of the maybe like the craftable items for the Pudgy
Absolutely.
community.
Yeah.
If you do know which ones those are, if not, I can tell you. So we have a whole slew of items actually in here that are like snowy items that are available for everybody. So there are some of them that are Pudgy branded are exclusive. So like the wearables that have Pudgy branded things on them, those are specifically for Pudgy. So if you're a Pudgy holder, you can come into Pudgy Land and you can craft those. As many times as you'd like. There are also, yeah, there's a couple of other placeables, those big placeables. So that pirate ship there is one, and the bouncy castle is one,
Yep.
and the cocktail bar is another one.
Tail bar.
Um,
That's
yeah, so I
how
love
cute.
that one. It's super cute. It's like our own little Mount Pudgemore. I think that's what we called it.
Yeah.
um, yeah, so those actually, like, we put those on the plot so that you guys can all see what they look like up close and personal. So when the Pudgy community comes in and they start crafting those items, like those are the ones that they can see, like, yeah, I want that one, so go craft it because they're so adorable. And then everything else in here is available to everybody in game. So there's a little something for everybody on the
I love,
on the Pudgy plot, which is
I love
nice.
that because that's so inclusive. That's something for, obviously, to be exclusive, and then also something for everyone else. So no one's really left out. There's just some things, that are specific for people that own pudgies. I think that's excellent.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like the whole goal with us having partners come into our game. It's not like, of course, we want our partners to feel like they have a home inside of Alice, but we also want our communities to merge together. So it's never going to be just an exclusive opportunity for the brand. There's always going to be something for our community too, where the two of them can come together and feel comfortable
And
communicating with each other.
yeah, and I think that's really communicated well here too, because that's what it feels like. You want to make sure that you're, giving the people that have been with the project the longest and people who love the game and they still need to be included, but you also want to bring in new people as well. And I don't know, I just think it's such a beautiful idea. Alrighty,
Yeah, definitely.
well, this is obviously Tinsel Falls, and this is the Pudgy plot here. I was thinking maybe we can move over to mine and kind of discuss a few other features that have been added to the game. What do you think?
Let's do it. Let's do it. At
All
first, there's
right.
a couple people that are just loving your cow skin. So
Oh, well,
Alocha
thank
18,
you.
nice cow skin. There's another one, really nice costume. I mean, we love those animal outfits. So good job, Tassel.
Thank you, thank you. I had this one for such a long time too, and I don't know. I'm the kind of person that wants to get back to my roots when it comes back. When things come full circle. I change my costume like every other day. I like to feel like it's like you're in real life. You change your clothes every day, or you should.
Yeah.
Within
What we
uh,
gotta find is like, how do we wash these clothes in game?
just
I
add
remember
some.
like what I remember watching Alice in Chill a while ago, and somebody was like, I actually own two of these jackets. I like to wear one while the other one's in the wash. I killed myself. Like, that's pretty smart, actually.
So this is really cool. I put it up here at the top. There is this new land plaza here that you can craft, and wherever you put it on your land is your new spawn point. This is also new to this season. I did it specifically up here, so I would have forgot actually if I hadn't said it here earlier today. And because before my spawn point was up here, right here,
Oh, look at you using that glider to travel everywhere.
almost.
Love it.
I know, right? Well, it's a new mode of transportation. I got to represent, right? So yeah, so if you go into your outer workings table here, it's right here. It's called the land plaza. It's really doesn't cost that much, and you can put it anywhere, and it really opens up some design options because you could put it, wherever you want. Uh-oh, Bong's trying to get me with an
Huh.
X.
Hello, Bong.
I figured what I would do is give a little explanation on Moxie and XP and kind of how they're related and how they differ. So
Yeah, definitely. Tell me how it
Moxie
works.
is, in a nutshell, Moxie is needed in order to gain XP. You have to have it in order to get, and not from quests, but from any action that you perform in the game, whether that's farming or anything like that. But for every action you do, it consumes Moxie. So if you run out of Moxie, you'll no longer gain XP from whatever action that you're doing. So you kind of have to keep it topped up, is the idea. So I figured it'd be best would be just to demonstrate it in game. So I go into my
Mhm.
items here. I will eat 25 carrots. That doesn't sound like something you'd really want to do in real life, but
Hey, I
yeah,
love carrots. They're great.
for 25.
All at once, I don't know, but
Yeah, I have very good eyesight. No. So you got the slider bar here. So if you want to eat multiples, I will. I bought these 25 specific so that I could show it and I'll consume it. Also, here is some people's Moxie, they might notice that it's different. Mine says 200. That's because there's also mysterious fruit in the game, and if you eat there's two different types of mysterious fruit. One that increases your max Moxie bar, and one that increases your max or your Moxie bonus. So making you more efficient, basically, at your for each action you gain more XP for that same action.
how do
So
you how do you get the mysterious fruits?
the mysterious fruit were from the old companion app on from back in the day. You can get them currently by going onto the My Neighbor Alice website if people are selling them on the secondary market. That's the only way that I know of that you can actually get the mysterious fruit, or you can buy them. People are selling them actually in game right now as well. So that if they're
Okay.
on the
You can visit the
market.
marketplace. Okay, perfect.
So I'll go ahead and consume these 25 carrots.
Awesome.
All right,
Surprised
there
that
it
you don't
is.
turn orange after you eat 25 carrots.
I know, right? And now you'll see up here in the upper left hand corner that there's a little tiny purple section of my Moxie bar.
Hmm.
That's available Moxie that I can use to gain XP. So I'll go ahead and do an action so you can kind of see it. I will. Let's go get some rock, some core stone.
Let's do it.
And you'll notice that every time I complete one of these sections, a certain amount of XP will pop up.
Oh yeah.
Actually, oh, there it is, 60. So you see, I probably not the most interesting watching it, but as you can see, every single action is worth 60 XP for that. That wouldn't originally that would be worth less, but since I've upgraded my I used my mysterious fruit, I've got myself kind of boosted up because I was excited about it when I joined. So Anyway, I'll just let this one node finish, but you guys get the idea. And as you notice in
Perfect.
the upper left-hand corner, the my Moxie is going down. So when that reaches 0, I would no longer gain XP for that same action.
Ah, I
So
see.
so you
Okay.
so it's a really cool in-game loop because you need fruit, or sorry, like vegetables or food, and or fish. You can also consume fish to top up your Moxie, and then you'll use it when you perform action. So it's this really nice process of kind of using it, and that way, because last season we had a bunch of extra food left, or like vegetables and stuff left over, because things were still being designed, and now it's I don't know, it's a more elegant system, I'd say.
Yeah, it's nice that you can consume them, and it gives you additional strength to do things in game, which is really good.
Yeah. So that's the biggest difference between Moxie and XP, or that's how they relate to each other. So if anyone's is confused by that at all, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to go into it in more detail now. Alrighty.
Somebody is asking, actually, why do we need level ups? Can
Why
you
we
answer
level?
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we level up because new features are being developed for your levels. I think I can't go into too much detail, but things will be unlocked and different things will be accessible as you level up. They're not currently in the game, so right now it's just you're going up in level. But over time, there's so many different things that are in development, exciting things that are in development right now, and so that's the main reason because you want to level up, believe me.
Always, you always want to level up, whether it's in Alice or in real life, everyone.
Exactly. All right. I guess the next thing I was going to go over would be the land sharing feature. I think that this is something that needs to be discussed a bit.
Yeah.
And this is new to this season. What you can do is you can share your land with any neighbor that you trust or friend. And what you do is you go over to your homestead here and you interact with it, and it gives you stats on here, how much Bjorn is left to mint from your land, the quality of your land and water, and then how many renters there are, people that you're sharing the land with. All right, now I have 0. But if I wanted to add someone, let's say I trust somebody. Let's say I trust the cupcake, and I
Let's
add
say,
to
I'd hope that you do trust her.
I do, I do. My wife's lovely. And it tells you some of the some information you should know, but that has to do with it. So definitely read over this because it has some important information, because you are sharing your resources with people. So if they collect your resources and the cooldown timer isn't up yet, you can't collect those resources. So you have to wait until the timer
Mm,
goes up. So there's a trade-off. So that's why it's designed to share with friends. And there's more features being implemented with this as well, more things in design. And so this is also in development. But so that's just one way. So I'll go ahead and confirm this. I pretty much trust her in every single way possible. So
perfect.
and
Well,
now,
this is a really cool way for people to like build friendships and relationships inside of Alice. Obviously, like relationships are built on trust, so this is a nice way to meet people and then also share your land with each other and contribute together. I really
and
love
some
that.
people, and some people have a lot of land and they want to just share, or maybe somebody only has one land, and let's say two people only have one land each. They can share it with each other and they can co-create together. They can both
Hmm.
create the plot at the exact same time, or they can trade off, but they can design the plots together. I think it's such an amazing feature, and I can't
Yeah,
wait to see how that develops over time as well.
yeah, definitely. It's super cool for that reason, for sure.
Hmm. And then one of the other features I wanted to go into, I have a little list here. Sorry, there's so many different things. Sorry, it's hard to cover everything.
Oh, we're getting through it. We're doing
I know,
good for
right?
time.
So another exciting feature, one that I absolutely love, is the textures that have been added to landscaping mode. So if you push L and you go into landscaping, you can see these at the bottom here: raise, smooth, foliage, and texture. Texture is new. So if you push J, or you can click on it, either way works. Now you have these different textures here. Excuse me.
Cool.
And
Very
so
cool.
I'll show you how it works a little bit, just to give it a little bit. So if let's say you wanted to make a dirt path because you don't like the way that this looks right here. You can start creating a path to kind of give it make it look exactly how you want it to look. And of course, you
This
could.
is
And then,
sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm so glad that we released this because yeah, this has been like in our backlog from a long time ago to try to do different textures on the ground. So it's such a cool feature because now you can really like customize your plot and like really get some, unique textures on the ground to make it a bit different rather than having it all the same texture all the time.
Right? And then and it's even more than, I mean, you're putting it on the ground, right? But it actually permeates through and like to all the way down through the actual cell itself. So let's say this in here, I want this to look more like a castle because that was my original intent when I created this. Oh God, long time ago now.
Yeah.
So here is like my little maze that I made, but then I wanted this to look like a castle, and it looks okay. But if I start putting this texture on it, it does it like a wall as
Yeah.
well.
I mean, look at it. It looks like a full castle.
And then
It's
you can see
beautiful.
how, yeah, I mean, it's really, really neat. So
Yeah.
it definitely opens up some creative options for people because
Yeah.
I'm very creative when it comes to this kind of stuff. I like expressing myself through that. And so every little new feature that comes out allows me to open up a whole new way of playing the game for me.
Yeah, totally. I was just gonna say that. Like, I know that you're so creative with your plot. So these tools are really awesome that we've integrated into the game now for everybody because it really does help you bring out that creative side. Even if you didn't know it was there before, like I think that like personally for me, it took me until oh my gosh, I'm gonna say my age here, guys. Like it took me until I was in my 30s to figure out that I was a creative. So um like I didn't have the outlets when I was younger. I thought that maybe, to be creative you had to be artistic, and God knows I can't draw. So I think
Oh,
that like by yeah, but like, you're creative because look at your plot, it's fantastic, and like you're a visionary, so like you have to have this vision, to create all these things. And I think like that's something that's really cool that we always think about, and why we want to integrate things like this into our game, because it really will push you when you are landscaping your plot, or creating things on your plot, to be a bit more creative. And it gives you that opportunity to do that rather than kind of like putting you in a box and letting you know like you can only do it this one way and that's it. Like we want to provide lots of options for everybody.
yeah. And I think that everyone expresses themselves differently creatively. So I know that for me, like you said, you can't draw. I believe you. I have never seen your drawings, but but I know that
I leave the drawing to the art team.
you kind of have to know what your strengths are. Designing things, I love doing that. I think it's a lot of fun. I've spent an obscene amount of time designing some of these lands because this was my first one, so this is actually probably my least, probably least. I don't know. I feel like it's my least creative one, just because I had to kind of smash everything onto a single plot. I only had one plot when I started, and I just wanted to make everything fit onto that one. And now I've got a little bit more patience, and I'm okay with using the space differently. It's been a learning experience for me. You wouldn't think that how much that would open up in a game, but it has a lot for me.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. I mean, I think that your plot looks beautiful, even though it's your first one. I feel like it's always going to be like your baby. We visited this plot before together, and I remember we had similar conversation about it then too. But you
Yeah,
always kind of have like that special place in your heart for your first plot, right?
definitely. And I'm a nostalgic person in general, so for me, like I have land that with better stats, maybe higher quality water, higher quality land or soil, sorry. And
Mhm.
I still won't sell this one. I don't know. I'm just I can't seem to let myself let it go because it was the very first one that I have. I like where it's located. I won't sell it. I'm too much of a softie when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I am too. I am too. But yeah, I think that it's beautiful, and it will always like as long as you keep it and you go back and visit it, it'll always be a reminder of how you started and like where you came from.
Yeah,
And look
exactly.
at you now, community manager Tassel.
Oh no, here, I'll
You've
shut them
come
up.
so far.
Yeah, I just I know. I'm really happy. I think that this is it's been a real exciting time for me to be able to obviously, step into this career, but then also, going from, speaking with the community and being able to be their voice and help so many of my suggestions that I put in, I never expected to go anywhere. And My Neighbor Alice is definitely a company that listens to suggestions, because so many of the things that I've suggested have made it into the game. When I was just a nobody, when I was just another random person, not that I was nobody, but that I was that I, they didn't know who I was or anything. And they're like, hey, this is a good idea. We should implement it. And here it is. So
Yeah, well,
yeah,
exactly. You weren't a nobody. You're part of our community, and that's what's important.
exactly.
So,
That's what I mean. Maybe I felt like the nobody is what at the time, but that's such a little voice and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I'm going to put this suggestion just in case it gets through. And lo and behold.
yeah, yeah, totally. I mean, look at that. Look at your neighbors on your plot, giving you a thumbs up.
I know, right? I'll say thank you.
Super cute. Why don't we showcase? Do you have some of the new, I don't know if you have them yet, but some of the new equipables in your inventory
I
that
don't have
we've
any
put
new
in?
equipable. Honestly, I've been a little strapped for time. I've been playing so much and so many different things. Yeah, but I have the tables where you can see some of the new stuff.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, why don't we take a look at some of the new wearables that are in game?
So
So, yeah,
the one I'm real excited
yeah,
about. I was looking at it earlier. This is the one I'll probably be getting next. I think it's the Bear
yeah,
Explorer outfit. I think it is the cutest thing. And
super cute.
I do like the brown one. Cupcake told me earlier today that this was her favorite. But my favorite one is this kind of like orange toned one. I love the
Yeah,
contrasting colors.
yeah, yeah, it's super cute. So
We also
we
have,
released, along with Snowflake Wilds, we released a whole snowy themed equipable set. So you can find there's a few different collections within the snowy theme collection, but there's a whole lot of equipables in there. And we also have a whole lot of new placeables as well. So we're really looking forward to seeing everybody equip them and running around in their snowsuits, even if they're not in a snowy island.
yeah, exactly. You don't have to be in a snowy island to do it. I like the coats here too. They're like the big.
Yeah, the bomber coats. I love those bomber coats. I was obsessed with bomber coats like that when I was in high school. It's all I wanted to wear. Whether it
Oh,
was
really?
summer or winter, I was crazy. Yeah, I loved wearing winter clothes in the summertime. But like I can get away with it in Vancouver because it's not super hot there. So you almost need like a winter jacket in the summer sometimes.
I'm originally from California, so the weather was a bit warmer. So I'll often wear a tank top out, and people look at me like I'm crazy. So it definitely depends on where you're from originally.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
Definitely, definitely.
so this Snow Explorer outfit is new as well. I think it's super cute. I'll definitely be creating one of the. I'll probably create everything because that's just I just love
Of
to be
course.
able. Like I said, I swap clothes every day in these.
Of
I
course.
think, let me see about the. Oh yeah, these bunk beds are new.
Yeah, these are super cute.
And they got
These bunk
snow on the
beds.
top of them.
Yeah, and we like I don't know if we went around. Why don't we go back to the Tinsel Falls Town Hub? Because I don't know if we really explored the whole town hub, did we? Unless I was talking and I missed it. But
Either way, let's go back. I love that area.
yeah, the design of the salon I really like. That was really beautiful because it's all log and it's got a little reindeer on the top of it, which I really love. Our concept artist Lupe did a really great job with that, and the chalet that's there, I love that little chalet, the landmark for Tinsel Falls, which is really cute. So
I remember when
yeah,
you were
let's finish
dropping
going.
alpha, letting people, kind of giving some clues. It must have been so hard not to tell people because there's so much, not just the work, but just there's so much to see. It's so exciting to be
Yeah,
to know all this and then not be able to. I mean, the OGs pretty much knew. I mean, when you as soon as you showed that it was the snow or the cold or whatever, the people were talking about it. But so where am I going here? Where
yeah.
do
I think. Yeah. Like I mean, this is the chalet, so this is the Tinsel Falls landmark that we created for this town hub, which is really cute. You can like have soup with your friends.
oh,
um,
control my camera.
Oh, there's Bong. You can have soup with Bong.
There we go. I'll sit down.
Yes, I love this. It's so cute. It's so cozy. Like I would love to have a chalet like this in real life one day. One day, cross my fingers. But like owning a cabin in a snowy place like this is so beautiful. And actually, if you go around the back, I think that there's a trampoline somewhere that you can jump up to the top, if you find it.
Let's see. I will. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you can jump
Uh,
up to the top and like take in the snowy landscape from up there, which is really cute. And there's another trampoline up there too. We love jumping in this game, guys.
oh,
We
this
love
is
it.
another one of those crazy trampolines.
Yeah. Yeah, see, you can see everything. It's so icy. It's so nice. And this huge penguin that's up there. Um, but yeah, like I just went back to go look at the amount of things. So I think we did like, we've done over 30,000 penguins integrated into the game, 150 plus equipables, so wearables, and then 80 plus placeables. I think we have like 20 plus emotes in game now. So there's a lot that has come with this release, for everybody to experience. So this town hub is just one of them, and it's just beautiful.
I didn't realize until just now. I didn't realize that the Pudgy Penguins is actually rotating.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
that's really
He's
really cool. He's like on that's a big lazy Susan.
That's a, yeah, exactly. It's a huge, slow, lazy Susan for his big pudgy butt. Yeah,
I know. Oh,
super
it's so
cute.
cool. So for you,
Yeah,
I
yep.
was just gonna say for those of you who don't know, we do have like the biggest airdrop ever going on right now, where we're giving away 500,000 Alice over 4 waves. We are currently in the very first wave, and that is 50,000, I believe, Alice, that is on the line there for everyone. If you're not participating in the socials, you should be, because we really want you to be there and to get to win some Alice and to join in, because this is just such an exciting time for us. Just figured I'd throw that out there
Yeah.
before people know.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely get in when you can because we have some beautiful rewards to give out too for this airdrop. So yeah, just we want to see everybody participating. Um,
Definitely.
yeah. Yeah,
And I
so
think
this is sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I think that you know what? Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I really love this train station. I was just gonna comment on the train station and then the salon that's also over there because I think they're so adorable. But they just like they have so much personality. Like all these assets that we put into the town hub, like they just have so much personality, which I really love about it. I've tried so hard. Like I should start using my glider more because there's like we put these little almost like jumping challenge over here where you can like jump between like the different heights of the like snowy posts and like some of them have penguins, some of them have like trampolines. Sorry, I don't know if you heard that. It's my background. But like I've been trying to jump between the snowy posts and I can't do it. So I should really use my glider more to get to where I want to go.
Uh, a little bit of practice. Don't worry, you'll get it.
Yeah, I
um,
know. I'm learning, guys.
But that's another the thing too, is that for this wave are just doing the social quests. So just as we're easing into the very but the second wave and on I believe we should have in-game quests as well, tasks to do, which will be really great because that'll integrate kind of more into the game as well. So I just figured that was an important part, because I know that people are expecting it, and I do see the comments in there. And I did want to briefly
Mhm.
mention also too that, guys, thanks so much for sticking with us. I know that we've had a few bugs at the beginning, like a few technical issues here and there, and we definitely see your comments and your feedback, and it's all taken into consideration. And the devs basically are pushing out patches every single day to fix just the little startup issues that we have.
Yes, definitely. Thanks for mentioning that. Of course, like this, I've said it so many times that this was our biggest release to date. There's so many things that came with it. And so, of course, there are going to be bugs that pop up. So, like Tassel said, we really appreciate everybody being here and also letting us know because we're releasing these bug fixes like almost every day. So it's going to take a little bit of time, but as we get the ball rolling here, like things are just going to become better and better. There's going to be lots of new neighbors to meet in the game and lots of new things upcoming as well. So we're really looking forward to everything that's going to come up soon.
Definitely. Well, I hope you guys have had a good Allison chill, and I know that I've had a great time. It's always a pleasure hanging out with you, Sharina. Is
Yeah,
there
likewise.
anything else that you wanted to touch on before we say goodbye to everyone?
Well, we are definitely going to have more Alice and Jill Let's Play as well as open mic coming up in the future. So just keep your eyes peeled on our X profile for that. Like Tassel already mentioned, we have our airdrop going on right now. So make sure that you're signing up for that and participating. And we can't wait to see you in game, honestly. Like, I'm so excited to see all of you in game. If you see me, my character's name is Honeybeans. Please come say hi, and I'll wave back at you and give you some love as well.
All right, sounds great. Okay, well then, thank you everyone for joining in and hanging in with us. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'm always available in Discord and in the game, pretty much everywhere you'll see me. I'm everywhere present, omnipresent.
Yes, you are. Thanks so much for having me, Tassel. It's always a pleasure, and we will see you, neighbors, later.
Bye.
Bye.